Hello, good people. It's your boy Onsplay back with another video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time you see this. First and foremost, thank you for your support. I appreciate you guys from the moon and back. Thank you, well, to the moon and back is the actual saying. But I appreciate you guys very much, and thank you for supporting my channel. It means a great deal to me. Love you guys. Thank you. But now I'm going to discuss a couple of topics. The first one's light. I'm just going to talk about Nicki Minaj real quick, the whole Pink Friday 3 announcement. Then I'm going to touch up on a topic that my friend Damien the Max did speak on a rant. And then I'm going to talk about a few other random things and call it. But let's get started with the whole Nicki Minaj thing first. So, Nicki Minaj, my girl, announced that originally she was going to drop a Pink Friday 2 Deluxe Edition album, which had been pretty much just Pink Friday with just a couple of new songs, which people were excited for. At least the Barb's general Nicki supporters, which I fall into, and people who enjoy good music. Because whatever you feel about the woman makes bops. However, Nicki announced yesterday that, guys, she's like, hey, second thought, I'm not going to do Pink Friday 2 Deluxe. Instead, I'm going to give you guys Pink Friday 3. That's the placeholder name. It could be the actual name of that new album she's going to do, or it's just a placeholder. Me personally, I hope Pink Friday 3 is a placeholder name. I want her to name the album something else, but I'm not going to like sit here and lie like, oh, she calls the album Pink Friday 3. I'm still going to be hyped for it. It's Nicki. I just hope we do get like a Baba Boom type song, and I hope we get like a Everybody type song, because also something like Big Difference as well. Because even though Pink Friday 2 had bops, my favorite from being Pink Friday 2 was Bomb Bomb, Everybody, Big Difference, and Falling for You. Honestly, I don't think she could create a song as impactful as Falling for You. Because Falling for You, and that's funny to me at first. I don't know why I avoided that song at first because I didn't like the title, the name. I thought the song was gonna be really corny, but I kept wondering. Barbs kept making this quoting about this about Lotto, you a Chapo, and another one that I love that from that song. Not Miss Black like Miss dressed in all black like Miss Mary Mack. Not that one. I'm trying to think of another one. I quote I love for that song. Find you under the sea where they dread that. You should have listened when I said you would dread that. Now I'm paraphrasing because I'm not remembering it 100%, but when I listen to Falling for You, I'm really in that mood where I'm like, I'm feeling real uppity. I'm feeling real better than bitches. Falling for You is my jam. But anywho, Nicki's announced Pink Friday 3. We know what a lot of people are excited for. Now, this is where the BS issue coming along. Outside, the people on Twitter who can't stand Nicki, but they constantly got her name in their mouth like it's a fucking good dick. A lot of the Barty gang, not all Barty gang, once again, not all Barty gang. A lot of Barty gang like, oh, Nicki's just trying to do this to find out when Cardi B's gonna drop, when Cardi B's gonna drop. First and foremost, and I'm gonna exclude Cardi B from this because at the end of the day, Cardi's been really living her life, minding her business. So I don't feel comfortable bashing Cardi. Now, if Cardi does something stupid, then fine. But she just gave birth to her child. I'm not here to bash Cardi. But let's be real, Barty gang. Cardi B has not released a second album, her sophomore album, in 7 years. And Nicki has done many things since then. And Nicki is such a big name, she's not waiting on no Cardi B. And anything, no shade. It feel like Cardi B is waiting for opportunity when Nicki's a little more on the quiet side so she could drop her second album without any, pushback, any competition, any risk of poor sales. Because let's be real, outside of Nicki, and I love JT as well, but outside of Nicki, the rap woman's albums have not been doing great. They do either okay or they do horrible. And the okay is being very kind. Nicki's the only album, Pink Friday 2, which came out last year. It's the only album that's still doing great the time before release till now. Everything else, and so why is Nicki worried about Cardi? Meanwhile, Cardi B, I understand Cardi B is really close to a lot of the rap girls who have released albums already or went on tours already. Cardi is not a stupid woman. She sees the lack of support because Cardi has released singles from last year until now, and despite how much Barty Gang loves her, they haven't really been supporting Cardi's singles. So Cardi's looking like you bum ass bitches. Y'all are rushing me to drop this secondary album, but when I put singles out, y'all don't let my singles stay sustained on the charts. Y'all don't support my singles properly, but y'all want to watch drop a second album. Cause there's 2 days going. Cardi is not trying to have egg on her face by dropping her second album and that second album flops. Cause it's gonna be really hard for her to live up to Invasion of Privacy. Cause like I said, I don't care how you feel about Cardi. Invasion of Privacy was a damn good album. Now you're like, oh, she don't write her music. Okay, she's not the first nor the last. But doesn't take away that Invasion of Privacy was a damn good album. But it's between Cardi B feeling like her momentum has died down tremendously from the time she released her first album. So the big worry that her second album is gonna flop because people love to talk on social media, but when it's time to actually support people, nowhere to be found. They can't spend their money. They can't stream, and streaming's free. But that's the part that irks me the most. Streaming's free. You can't go buy the album, fine. Streaming is free. So, and like I said, another good example is the Normani, and that's not no shade to Normani because I honestly feel bad. It's haha sometimes, but lately it's been feeling bad because people love to play on Normani's face. So about she could have been this, she could have been that. But you know what hurts Normani? Yes, we could talk about things about Normani that she didn't does that she hasn't done to elevate her career or her end, and what her team hasn't done. But people talk about Normani being such an underrated talent. But when it's time to support Normani, y'all ain't nowhere to be found. Someone made a joke not too long ago. Me and my friend Damien laughed at it because it was funny because you understand the joke was actually funny, but at the same time also sad. Someone Normani did like a photo shoot recently for like this magazine, and people like she's doing all this, but where's her album? The joke was everybody who knows Normani dropped the album, but it came and went. So it's almost like she never dropped the album, even though she did, because no one supported it, and that's that. Yes, I could also say yes. The marketing for Normani's album Dopamine was not good, and just in general, it's just a really bad rollout. But despite the bad rollout, the album did fine that people actually supported it. But anyway, so that's what Cardi B, going back to Cardi B, that's what she's kind of got worried about. She want her second album to be a flop. Because the worst thing that's going to happen to Cardi, it's better to not even release the album and to live on Invasions of Privacy's good name versus release a follow-up album after so many years and that one flops and then the internet's quick like, oh, she don't got it, Cardi B a flop, da 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 da. Cardi B's always sensitive. So imagine she drops a flop, it's going to be 10 times worse. And it just screw the barbs, just the general public teasing her. And I know for a fact Cardi wants to avoid that. See, Cardi had thicker skin, she would be to drop the album a long time ago. She wouldn't worry about if the album sank those swim because she would have did this for the artistry. But because, reputation matters, ego matters, she's not trying to drop that second album unless she can guarantee its success. Even that album doesn't sell as much as Invasion of Privacy did the first week. That album cannot be a flop. It still gotta sell at least in the 100K area for her to be like, you know what? It didn't sell like Invasion of Privacy, but it wasn't a flop. But thing is, that shit sells 60K, 70K, God forbid, 40K. That's a flop, and then she's gonna have egg on her face. But the whole idea that Nicki's waiting on Cardi B is absolutely stupid. And I wish Barter Game would stop pushing that narrative. If you dislike Nicki, that's fine. Please, for the love of God, be real. Nicki ain't waiting on no damn Cardi. But now, next thing I want to talk about. Now, my friend Damon did a rant. I love Damon to the moon and back. He probably doesn't think I do all the time because I just don't like to talk all the time, which I'm about to get into in a second. But Damon's one of the most coolest people I've ever known, and I pray to sweet God, if I don't, I strongly doubt I'm going to be able to meet him in person this year, but I'm going to do my damnest before I turn 35 in 2025, if I'm alive, of course, to save my right enough money just to visit him. I'm not going to be able to stay in Philly for that long, but like at least to see him in person, hug him, chat with him, be annoying in his face. That's something I would like to do because Damien's someone I genuinely consider a friend. So I'd like to meet Damien in this lifetime. While I'm still got it somewhat together, I like to actually physically say I met Damien, not just on the internet, actually meet him. He's a dope ass person. But now, one thing I'm gonna say, one thing that did piss me off at Damien's rant yesterday, and this is like, I'm glad he spoke his feelings. I never want him to water his feelings down. First and foremost, I agree with him with the idea when you text somebody, it shouldn't take that long to get back to you. They don't gotta get back to you in the first 5 minutes or even the first hour or so. Even 2-3 hours, because people might be sleeping, someone might not even look at their phone. But no fucking way, there's a whole 24 hours go by. and you don't get no response. That's madness. That's essentially ignoring somebody. But however, they have to understand, Damien, you're an extreme extrovert. You love to talk. You enjoy people the most part. Of course, got some people who just rub you the wrong way. That's all of us. But you are an extreme extrovert. Honestly, you were in pursuing the career you're pursuing now, you would make a wonderful elementary school teacher. You really will because you love working with people. You love like you have such a vibrant energy to you that I feel like you would drive in almost any field of life. I mean, obviously you wouldn't do nothing shady. You wouldn't drive in like a more toned down setting, but you would drive in a very social setting. And I feel like a lot of part of the world being sociable is a plus. It will get you into doors. If I have a good personality and being smart like he is, it will get you through so many doors. But the problem with Damon thinks just because I'm sociable, everybody else gotta be sociable. Things are interesting. And screw me, I'm gonna get back to talk about me as a person in a second. How I am, 'cause I think what I am nowadays is actually worse than an introvert. Some people are not the type they want to chat 24/7. Some people could have a friendship. They could be a good 7 year friendship. They probably talk to each other 3, 4 times a year, and not because they're fake friends. It's because they understand they got their own lives to live. They don't need 24/7 validation from one another. They know if they really need one another, they can call them. They'll send them money. They'll be there for them through the hard times. But they don't need to talk to that person every single day. I'll tell a motherfucker in a minute. My mom is my favorite person in this entire world. I love my mom more than I will ever love myself. I don't talk to my mom every day. I don't. I don't text. And it's not because I don't love my mom. It's just that I like to say, and I will text my, like, I'm going to see my mom this weekend, God's willing. Everything goes well and right with me. But my mom, my best friend, no one matters more to me than my mother. And I don't text her every day. So when I kind of get annoyed when my friends have this expectation, I want to see them every day, I want to talk to them every day, when my own mother doesn't get that from me. My own mother, that's my queen. And she doesn't get that from me. So why would you? I will never treat no person in this world better than I treat my mother. Never. That's the day I'm get bleaked out this world. I would never treat no soul. So why would you expect that energy from me when my own mother doesn't get that? That woman carried me for 9 months, nearly risked her life to give birth to me. So why would I give it to you? But like I said, I do agree when you send someone a message or you try to speak to somebody, when you have friendships, you can't. I mean, I think for any good friendship to thrive, you can't be like, oh, we're friends, but you never want to hang out with them. When you guys plan events together, you never want to do nothing, and you gotta do everything with that person. But you don't want to like it's like almost like yeah, this is my friend Purple Box, but let's say Purple Box wants to hang out with me. Oh, I'm busy. Okay, Onyx, you're busy today. Would you be busy 2 weeks from now? Oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. Or I got time. That's not her friend because you're showing this. If I consider Purple Box my friend, I would make time to hang out with Purple Box, talk to Purple Box, go eat out somewhere. Don't have to be nowhere expensive. Go take a walk at the mall. Just shows that Purple Box I value as my friend. Even I'm more on the like to keep to myself side. But the problem, a lot of people with friendships, they like the good part of friendships. Like, oh, my friend likes to buy me gifts. My friend checks up on me. My friend offers to buy me food. But now it's time for me to be a friend back to them, or show that the friendship isn't it's a one way street. They got every bitchy and moaning, and they don't want to be around. Life's always boggling them down. They're always busy. Now with me, I keep to myself. I explained this story before. I will go deeper if I haven't made one of these days. Due to my upbringing, especially how I was treated from being gay, the bullying, being awkward, having a bad speech impediment, all that good jazz, not having the best relationship with my actual blood brothers, I became a loner. At first, I hated my loneliness, but over time, I don't know what happened. I adapted, I guess, and I love being by myself. I love it. Like, for most times, and that's no shade to my friends. I love my friends, Miss Anna. I love my roommate. I'm not gonna say like I'm doing a video, obviously, but for those who know, I love my friend Elisa. I love my friend Jennifer. I love my godson Antonio. But I don't need to be around them every day. As long as I know they're alive and happy and safe, that's good enough for me because I'm good in my own company. Like, I'm dressed right now for those who care. I'm actually dressed. But one thing when you hang out with people, number one, I know this is the most weirdest thing in the world, and I don't know how this happened. I like being naked. I like, so in my bedroom, like right now, like after I turn this video off, I can start stripping my clothes off, being my birthday suit. But I can't walk around naked from my friends because that's just weird. That's weird. That's weird. I don't care how you will slice it. That's weird. So and I can't. So I'm not that. I'm never 100% comfortable because I gotta keep clothes on. And think obviously, when I go to work, when I go to the doctor, when I'm going out to run errands, I like being clothes because I'm not trying to be that weirdo. But when I'm in this place where I'm supposed to be comfortable, I get comfortable completely or as little or no clothes on. One thing I like about my house dresses I wear, you guys might catch me wearing sometimes. Spoiler, there ain't no underwear underneath that. I literally, if someone pulled my house dress off, you can see my ding dong, you can see my booty, no issue. You can see my little stomach with my chest hair, all that good jazz. Cause I don't like, when I get comfortable, I don't like to be in clothes really. But that's just a little tea for me. But I also feel like this a lot of times with extroverts expect like their other friends that have the same energy they have, and you're like, well, you need to get your life together. If I could be doing going to school and working, you can handle keeping a social life. Some people go through depression. Some people are just bogged down with life. Some people are battling their own personal issues, and at the time, they don't have the energy to be the friend you want them to be. Hell, I would bring up one good example. Now, which I hate this a lot, where people ignore about depression. First of all, depression doesn't have an expiration date, nor does depression have a time like, oh my God, you're with your friends now. I'm gonna bother you another day. You go have a good time with your friends. Depression comes through anytime. Now, I'm not saying that's the situation for Damien's other friends, but I'm speaking for myself now. There's times where I could be in a great mood, and out of the blue, I go from a good 85 to now I'm a 20 in my mood. My mood just dropped out of the blue. I don't have desire, energy to be sociable. I have no zero desire. I hate everything. I hate everyone. I hate myself. I just don't. That's just how I feel. And nothing with depression. I hate the idea like just be happy. Why are you depressed? You focus on happiness. Like, oh shit, I wish I could just do that. I wish when I'm in a bad mental place, it's like, be happy. You know what? Period. That's not how that works. If you're in a bad mental state, for me, the best thing I do is keep to myself, listen to music, cry, like sleep, even sometimes draw. Puts me in a better mind state. And that doesn't mean I don't want my friends to ever, like, that goes from any of my friends, to ever want to hang out with me, reach out to me, say hello, invite me anywhere. Because, I appreciate you care about me. You love my presence. But for the most part, due to my past stuff, trauma, whatever you want to call it, and that's the way I just learned to be good with my own company. I'm not one of those people who I constantly got to be around you or I need you around me for us to be friends. But I could call you a friend. Just know I love you and I value you enough where I know I don't question what's going on with us. As long as you know I'm loyal to you and I know you're not going to backstab me in the back, that's all it needs to be known. I don't need to hear from you all the time. I don't hear from Chris all the time. I know Chris is my friend. I don't hear from Darnell all the time. I know Darnell's my friend. Suki is a minor still, but I know Suki's my friend. I know Neffy's my friend. I don't like friendship. I know, like, right now, I know Dana's my friend. I know Carl's my friend. I know Omar, and I'm talking about my friend's cousin. I know these people are my friends, and I don't hear from them all the time. I may hear from once or twice a year. I know Nicole's my friend. I know Michelle's my friend. I don't need someone to always be like, hey, Onyx, da 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 da, to know that the friendship is solid. I don't need that. Hell, I would bring up someone on Twitter. We follow each other. We hardly interact. Paget, but I remember when I was really suicidal on Twitter, like I really think I didn't want to be here no more. He actually asked me, Honest, give me your phone number. I gave him my number, and he helped calm me down. This is the same man who kept me from wanting to get rid of myself, and I hardly talk to him. But meanwhile, if I know I need to talk to him, he's there. But friendship's not based on how often you gotta be around somebody. It's based on the loyalty and how well that person can trust you, and how can that person rely on you during tough times. That's, to me, I think that's what friendship's really about. But like I said, going back to my friend Damien, I do agree. If he's giving you energy, like, you're like, he's trying to keep up with you, to show that he cares about what's going on in your life, trying to talk to you. I feel like to order to be a good friend, you're supposed to meet them halfway, or at least if you don't have to talk to them all the time, answer text like, look, Damien, I appreciate it. I'm talking about for people who are ignoring him because I don't like that shit either. Because if he's reach out to you and he's reached out to you more than once, and I'm thinking a lot of adults now that act real pussy as if you just can't pick up a phone and say hey or pick up a text like, look, man, I'm busy right now, but I'll appreciate you checking on me. I'm gonna holler at you later this week. I love you. Stay safe, but I can't talk right now. That's better than no answer. That's better than no answer. Because you're just being a dick. And I understand, even me, I'm not sociable, but I see a text message. I may not answer it right away. Even I see it, but I'm gonna make it. But let's I truly forgot, which does happen. I'm gonna make a note. Oh, Damon texted me at 4 p.m. It's now 7:40. Hey, Damon, got your message. Da 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 da. Ciao. Or let's say I wake up the next day. I see Damon text me 3 o'clock in the morning, ask me a question about something that we both talk about. Da 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 da. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to look like, ew. And you can't answer like, oh, look, you like maybe you're underneath the train. You're out right now. You gotta pay attention to your surrounding, or you gotta like head to work. You can't talk to them at that moment. That's understandable. That's human. But if you know it's there, get back to it eventually. So, but however, the expect that everybody's got the same energy as you, it's still that these people to navigate friendships properly. You got to know the kind of person you're dealing with. So, okay, my friend Jeffrey is more the quiet type, so I know I shoot Jeffrey a quick text, maybe have a small conversation with him. That's good enough. Or my friend Tabitha, she's a talker just like me, so I know me and Tabitha we can talk for hours because we love to talk. You also can't have the same standards for each friendship because every friendship is different. And I think that's one thing I hope Damien does push through as he gets older. Because while I'm speaking in general, I am also speaking to my friend. Because imagine me trying to talk around. Damien's anything but stupid. He'll know that the conversation about him. So, and I'm a straight shooter when it matters. So I want him to know this is like kind of also my retort about his rant video he did. Because even though he was not speaking about me in general, a couple statements he made that felt like little daggers. But I knew he was speaking his truth. Like I said, I don't care. I always want that man to speak his truth. Don't speak what he feels comfortable. The only time I don't want him to speak his truth, if he knows he's gonna say something offensive, the person's gonna, try to harm him, then baby boy, it's okay to lie. It's okay to kind of hold back on certain things. But other than that, speak your piece. At the end of the day, if someone really gets offended to the point where they don't want to deal with you no more, they were never really your friend in the first place, in my opinion. Now, I don't mean you gotta accept everything under the sun, but if someone gets offended just for you speaking your mind, it's like, that person was never really your friend. Now, if you're overly opinionated, that could be annoying, or you always got criticism that says more about you than the other person because no one's that kind of energy around them. But if you are a friendship, I don't care if the friendship's a month old or 10 years old. If you cannot speak your mind around your friends, that's not really your friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then, so in the future, I'm going to speak more about my introvert ways, my loner behavior, but I'm going to leave that for another video. I might do that video this week when I go visit my folks. But yeah, I just want to talk about that. And what's the last thing? I'm going to quickly touch on Tekken 8 because Michael Emery Reigns, I can call him Michael. Emery Reigns made a good tweet about that earlier. Fighting games can be very annoying. Everybody that auntie knows that. But if you're playing a fighting game to the point where you feel like, it's deteriorating my mental health, I'm going to go crazy. And mind you, I throw my little tempers. People have seen those. And because we all rage in video games. I don't care who you are. Some people do it worse than others, but everybody rages. But you're on a point where you're on Twitter, you're cursing out people, you're jumping people's DMs ready to fight them, threatening to harm them. You're just going act like the video game is your entire life. Baby, turn the game off and go play Connect 4 or something. You're doing too much. I can understand being frustrated at a certain match, but after maybe like a 20, 30 minutes of being frustrated, you're supposed to bounce back and be like, okay, back to what I was doing earlier. But you're one of those people, like, you play a game like, I'm going to say, but let's say I get my butt kicked to a Dragunov player. Dragunov is very annoying. I'd be like, oh my god, I want Dragunov nerf. Such a fucking annoying character. But if I'm mad about Dragunov the entire day, that's a problem. No one's life should be bought about a video game. No one's life. Not even you're a pro gamer. You gotta have other outlets in life. You got to. You cannot be stuck being mad about losing to a fictional character the entire day. And the whole idea of people getting pissy, acting like they're gonna have a heart attack or a stroke when they lose a match in a video game is asinine. It is pathetic. I get my little bitch fix. I'm not innocent, but there's a difference between having a little moment and just being absolutely ridiculous about it throughout the day, arguing folks online, acting like Tekken 8 has the worst mechanics in the world. It does not. Tekken 8 has a lot more offensive. Now, don't get me wrong, Tekken 8 is far from perfect. But this whole idea that Tekken 8's mechanics is dog shit, I laugh at you because some of y'all will still complain about Tekken 7, some of y'all complain about Dead Life 6, etc., etc. You hoes are never satisfied. Let's be real. There's no gonna be never such as a perfect fighting game to y'all. Never. You heifers are never satisfied. There's always a complaint. There's always a but. There's always, hey, it should be like this. Newsflash, slut. No one makes video games to cater solely to how you want to play the game. Video games are meant to cater to a variety of people. To bring in newcomers, be simplified, while keeping the veteran base still there with them. No one makes a video game solely dedicated to you. No one. You're not that special. I don't care what your mother told you. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about for now. Like I said, this was me being my chaotic self, but I felt like talking, especially if since I had to leave work early because my damn headache that I got. That I don't know why I woke up with a headache this morning. That was super irritating. But at least I got some of the work day in, so I didn't lose a whole day's of pay. But that's it for now. I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me, and please leave your thoughts in the comments. Peace and take care. Honest Play out. Ciao.